government, which is the Philippines. CESA itself was created by the Philippine Constitution and gives it powers to administer and regulate the businesses that are inside CESA. So it's fully guaranteed and backed by the Philippine laws and Philippine Constitution. The CESA CEO and secretary reports directly to the President of the Philippines. And next, the license for your business, the license affords you tax perks. So I'm not sure of what the other tax perks are, but the best one would be you are able to get 5% flat rate on your gross income for your business, which is much lower than what the typical corporate tax rates are here for Philippine companies. And lastly, the cost of operations is lower. So the Philippines, if you and your audience don't know, has always been in the top 2, top 3 providers of business process outsourcing services worldwide. Why is this so? Because aside from customer service and technical labor being cheaper, I would say 90-95% of the population understands and speaks fluent English.
Yep.
So all the more better for businesses as they set up a hub in the Philippines. Plus, we mentioned earlier the strategic location as well of being very close to basically where the action is right now, which is this part of Asia.
Yeah. I mean, Philippines is so close to everything, like 2 hours to Japan, Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, perfect location. So
yeah, so for business and for pleasure as well, right? So
we're talking about business for now.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's make it clear, okay? If I am the CEO of whatever the crypto organization and I want to land my business in Philippines, like, can you give us a little guidance, like where should I go, who should I ask, and what should I expect in the future?
Yeah, so that's one of the good things about working with an organization such as Rare Earth. Like I mentioned earlier, we can readily provide the licenses that they need. Plus, on top of that, instead of trying to navigate through the processes and let's call it the typical red tape of dealing with government and regulators, we can definitely assist the locator with that because we already do have the excellent relationships. We know how to help the business locate and process everything for them. So this would include dealing with the regulators plus dealing with the third-party suppliers of CESA as well. So CESA has some third-party suppliers where the locator must integrate to, and these would be 1 for probity checking, and 2 for the centralized audit system. And we can definitely cut down the processing time and many of the headaches involved in dealing with these third parties. What else? I guess, yeah, basically the relationships with the different the various steps to help you set up are already there for us and for our partners as well.
I see. So for me, it's clear now with CESA. And if we're talking about like other partnerships, what else can Rare Earth Asia provide?
Okay, so one interest. So we do have some licenses, but the other interesting side of Rare Earth is that because we have excellent relationships with the regulators, Rare Earth is one of only 2 principal licensees at CESA that were granted pilot status for the issuances of ICOs for one, but also for sponsoring or creation of STOs or security tokens, as well as being able to license security token exchange.
Yeah, and one of the hottest topic now is stable coins. Do you provide something for that?
Yes, we do have a license to create our own stablecoin operation that is domiciled in Cheza. But should there be a partner who is interested to offer or create its own stablecoin operation, they can definitely discuss it with us. And as partners, we can help them issue and roll out their stablecoin, fully regulated and fully licensed by CESA.
I see. That's pretty cool. I can say for you guys. So let's move to the crypto valley. So everybody know about the Swiss crypto valley, right? And the creation of Asian one. I know that there is a creation, right? It seems like a very smart and logical step. So do you guys with Rare Earth Asia are involved in this, and what are the plans for the future?
So Crypto Valley of Asia, like I mentioned earlier, definitely the zone was created with a strategic location in mind. But also what Crypto Valley of Asia will do together with its partner locators is basically be for it to stand out. It fully intends to work as partners together with all the locators. So to be able to not just implement rules, but help together help create the necessary rules and regulations to help everybody succeed. So as proof of this intention, CESA, to be able to run the Crypto Valley of Asia well, has decided to basically assign a self-regulatory organization to help it manage the zone and also help it create rules and regulations, right? Because with the thinking that the self-regulatory organization knows more about the business than the government. And this organization is called ABACA, or the Asian Blockchain and Crypto Association Organization, ABACA for short. So that organization will actually be composed of all the member locators of CESA. And together as a community, together with the regulators, we will be doing regular dialogues with everybody to be able to help the whole zone, all the businesses located there, basically prosper as a business here and in the region as well.
So you plan to make Philippines more attractive than Switzerland for blockchain?
I would say it's certainly tough, but we will try, and we will try to be as flexible, if not more flexible than the other jurisdictions. So the key term here is we or the Philippines is trying to be as business friendly as possible, because we really see this industry as one of the future pillars of the Philippines. Like I mentioned to you, we already do well in business process outsourcing, where a lot of technical and skilled work is being outsourced to the Philippines. And we really see cryptocurrency and blockchain, which is a very new industry, as a new growth area for this. So the government is trying its best to be competitive globally.
And for the current situation, like I want to know your opinion as a professional in this area. What do you think about the market in Asia right now? Obviously, the Bitcoin just it raised and then it fell down. What do you think about the market, and what are those countries you consider the good potential market? Like I know that Vietnam is going to be like, somewhere on top. It's pretty much going on there right now. But I just want to know your thoughts about it.
Well, personally, we mention it over and over again. There's a lot of action in Asia, and I believe this trend will continue because statistically we have the demographics to pull it off. out here, actually in the whole of Asia, it's a very young population. It's a population that's very, I would say, it's a population that grew up already with with a lot of technology in their hands, in their mobile phones, right? And apart from this, basically, when it comes to um, electronic money and electronic payments, I think a large population in Asia is already very educated with this. Why? Because I can use the Philippines as an example, but I can imagine in other countries in Asia it's the same. Um, a large part of the population moves a lot of money domestically, like from the city to the various provinces. And many workers in Asia who work abroad move money from where they work back to their home country. So, because of this, a lot of innovation has happened in the areas of payments, cashless payments, and remittances as well. So, and that's why a lot of investments, both local and foreign investments, have gone into fintech, not just in the Philippines but in Asia because of this. And cryptocurrency and blockchain is just a natural progression from where we are, and that's why I think. Yes, there's a lot of volume when it comes to cryptocurrency exchanges here. But if you want to talk about cryptocurrency, the use of it, and blockchain in general, for reasons that I mentioned earlier, I think that's why this area will continue to be a hotbed of innovation. And who knows, apart from what's happening now in cryptocurrency exchanges and the blockchain, I guess nobody yet knows what else will come from this region, right? And that's why it's for me it's a good place to be in right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about moving to Philippines. I mean, I was there. I know that Philippines is really, really progressive for crypto and for blockchain. I met people, I talked to them, and I heard something like maybe I'm not sure if it's true or not, but some of the banks in Philippines, they actually have ATMs, the machines, right? Where you can cash like the bitcoins. Like you can put your bitcoin there, and you can get the Filipino pesos. So, do you know
You know,
anything?
I heard about it too. There's one bank called Union Bank in the Philippines,
Union
very
Bank, yeah.
in fintech. And one of the recent things that they launched this year, you're correct. They just recently launched an ATM machine where you can basically buy Bitcoin and, if I'm not mistaken, exchange Bitcoin for actual cash as well. To be quite honest with you, it's so new that I actually haven't tried it for myself, but I promise I will try it. Maybe I'll take a video and send it to you.
Please do, or I will go there by myself.
Oh yes, for sure.
Okay, thank you so much, Mikey, or should I say, Salamat po, Mikey, and
Salamat.
Salamat, Mikey. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us. It was Christina and General Manager of Rare Earth Asia Technology, Macky Cruz. Don't forget to go to Newconomy.media to check the latest updates. See you there.